Hello Virgo, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and also my Facebook page if you're watching this video through Facebook, if you've come across this through Facebook. So I take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow or like me on my Facebook page, or vice versa if that's if you've come to this video, via Facebook. So and I ask and I say, and I'm inviting you to subscribe to both, because I'm having, there's different content that's going to be soon on each platform. So and that way you'll be able to keep in touch with whatever I'm uploading to YouTube, as well as on Facebook as well. So the other thing is just a reminder that these reads are general, so it's not going to it's not going to resonate or make sense to every single one of you. So just keep that in mind. If it does, wonderful. If it doesn't, then just take what does, and or just leave it if it doesn't. So and check out one of your other signs. That's which leads me to saying, mentioning check out one of your other signs. So because this reading is for whether you are watching, if you're watching for Virgo and it's in your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign sign. If you don't know what your other signs are, then check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator on it, and you can work it out there. So all you got to do is put in your birth date. Got my words back to front, your birth date and or time, and birth time, if you know what that is. If you don't, that's fine. They could still work something out there with you. It won't be as specific, but it will be pretty darn close, okay, as well. So, and then you can have a peruse through that and have a little read about yourself on there, and when you get time. But so the other thing is, if you're wanting to book a personal reading for you that is more specific to your needs, I'm available for bookings at the moment. So check in the description box below again for my details and how you can make contact with me to book one. So whether we can do that in person, via Facebook Messenger or Zoom if you're overseas, or somewhere else in the country and you're not able to come and see me in person. We can do it that way. Okay, so there are options. So for readings and or healing or energy shifting, and spiritual coaching and spiritual intuitive coaching is along the way there as well, and development. Okay, cool. So today I am using, or this week I'm using my trusty tarot deck and the Sacred Earth deck, but also I've had Archangel Gabriel pop in this morning as I was waking, and so he's wanting to contribute as well today, as well as Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, actually Raphael's jumped in as well, but also Orion. Okay, cool. So anyway, getting started. So I'm going to start with the tarot today, because that's just energy with the tarot with you, Virgo. So we're going to start there. You may know I've got the crystals there are different today or this week. So the one at this end, starting from left to right with you, is the red selenite, and then we have the clear quartz, amethyst, and the citrine on this end, okay, as well, to help to zhuzh up the energy that's specific. They've specifically put them there, as with the other crystals that I've had out there before, but there's a change in the energy, okay, as usual. So as always, I should say, which is cool, because we need change. Change is good. Change means we're moving and shifting and growing and figuring shit out, and and learning new shit. New good stuff. I shouldn't say shit, but it's kind of good shit. Not negative shit as well, but we pick it up, and we're learning new stuff. New things. Awesome. So anyway, the first card out is Temperance. Okie dokie. So there's something about cooperating and sharing and balance with Temperance. That's what I'm feeling is more well, all three words are, you know, key words there, and that's what this card is about. Okay, the Temperance card is about, is balance with the main one, but cooperation is another key word that's like jumping out at me, and sharing. Okay, sharing. Because then we have the moon, which is interesting. They're drawing me to the moon at the bottom of the deck there. So there's something about the moon energy. I want to keep that one out and put that up there because it's really like, yeah, really, really jumping out at me. Wow, I don't normally work this way, but because I'm so drawn to like drawing from the bottom of the deck, it's kind of like really interesting. So there's something changing with you, or influencing you to change, make changes, do things differently than normal. And that's where I'm getting that message for you. So it's like embracing that, because I feel like you've been putting out there for change, but you've been resisting it, what the universe has been giving you, because you're thinking in your head that it's not right, but actually it is right. And it's like you just haven't seen it like as that. So and I kind of feel like that's where some of this cooperation is about, is with as well, then to help you bring about some balance. It's like but there is something moving, influencing you and moving you as well. The moon energy. Okay, so they wanted me to take notice of the moon energy, actually. And I don't normally, or not, it's not often spoken about, is, you know, the cycles in between the full moon and the new moon. So they really wanted me to, like, this week, and, you know, at the moment, is to refer or make reference to the other stages of the cycles of, you know, and how it influences, the moon cycle influences our energy. So tomorrow, because today is the Tuesday, the 11th of August 2020. Now tomorrow here in New Zealand is the 12th, of course, the next day after the 11th, of course. So and it is the third quarter, which is like the waning moon phase, which is obviously things are waning away or moving away or shifting away, and so it's encouraging us to to shift, to move things, so wrap up old projects, as per se, and well, actually, yeah, as per se, for some of you will see it that way, but wrapping up old new projects and bringing closure to, you know, conflicts around you, and your circle of, you know, around you, and or about you, within you, and your circle of friends or family, and closing out, and letting go, releasing of things that, you know, you have held on for far too long, or even like in a short distance of time, you know, and you know, whether it be emotional baggage or unfinished projects or business, or, you know, stuff like that, anything that's like, that's not, you know, so you're not taking it back into this new moon phase, which is on the 19th of August, okay? And which is, you know, can, you know, clutter up, you know, the new cycle of inspiration and aspiration that you're moving into. So that's why they've dropped that card in there to jog me into like talking about that as well. So in preparation for the new moon energy, okay, so we don't always have to wait for the new moon energy to come in there, because that's really a good time to like pick up the new projects and things like that that you've been putting off, but in clearing away all the stuff that serves you no purpose for your highest good beforehand, will ready for you for jumping into that next phase, okay, or move, yeah, jumping literally for some of you into that next phase, okay. So, oh, cool. So there's something about, you know, and it would help to bring into balance, because drawing back to the Temperance card again, is, you know, it's like, that's what the moon card is sharing with you, and the balance, okay, that one's going to stick out. So, God, there's the next card is, you know, it's sacrifice of choice with the Hanged Man. So it may take you into this place of feeling like you have to sacrifice something, but of your own choice, okay? But I feel like there's something, you know, with the Hanged Man, they're drawing me to the fact, you know, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down, but by his foot, and by his right foot, which, you know, that is about physical stuff, and the red for me is about grounding, that they're drawing me to. And so grounding, and there's some maybe in foundational stuff, you know, because that's all connected to, you know, the grounding is connected to the root chakra, the base chakra, so in stability within family stuff, financial stuff, and that sort of thing. So there's something there within those then that you may be feeling like you have to make a choice, okay? And maybe feeling like it may be a sacrifice, but I'm just feeling like it's just, you know, it's a choice that you're going to have to make. And it's just like, because, you know, with this head, they're drawing me to the head now, and it may be something, maybe emotional, but it's like you're seeing things from another view now as to how and why you're making this choice, and, you know, and the bigger picture of what is, you know, going on with you making this choice. For some of its use, it'll be a choice. For some of you, it's a couple of choices, or one choice in particular will lead them to making different other choices. So we have the High Priestess that's popped out as well. And she's connected to the moon as well. So, and it's like secrets revealed, mysteries uncovered with the, is the theme around the High Priestess. So, you know, she's with the moon and she's connected to the moon. And this is what the moon's energy does. So there's no mistake, you know, they're just reiterating there, like it's about looking, you know, there are things, uncovering things within you and allowing things to be, to move. But there's new stuff coming, is where I'm getting with that, with this. With that. So your first 4 cards out are major arcana cards. So there's something, you know, there's something, a turning point there with you with this month, Virgo, with a lot of yous, and you within yourself that's, you know, spiritually and you know, spiritually there's some sort of awakening or movement. I kind of don't really want to say awakening, but there's some, you know, insight or epiphany that you're seeing that kind of like shifts things into you seeing and allowing you to see, or into you seeing differently, like your perspective is shifting, or you're noticing and observing things in a different way. And they're showing you, spirit or the universe is showing you, Virgo, or your sign is like showing you a different way of doing things, or things that you've like maybe parked up and not really taken much notice of, but you're taking more notice of things now, like the small writing at the bottom of the contract, you know, whether you, how meticulous you are with writing a contract or reading a contract, or, you know, or doing things, or you know, just even around the house, and, you know, taking notice of them, you know, meticulous about being, doing things better, you know, correct, or, you know, the way that you speak, the words that you choose to use, all that sort of thing, and how you see things. It may be like how clean you are, or, you know, being clean, or the food that you eat, and it could, you know, whatever it is, cleaning, you know, whether it be in your business, in your personal life, in your relationship, or whatever, there's things that are shifting in the way that you're seeing, and you're seeing like different things, like, you know, there's a mystery, things are being revealed in, like, even like through TV programs, and you may be, you know, watching different things on the telly, or different movies, different types of movies, or you're seeing the mystery behind, or on a deeper level within a movie, you know, or the message in the movie, or the message in the, you know, in the movie, basically. So, like, for instance, The Matrix, or the whatever story that you're looking for, and you're seeing the message. So there's a deeper, there's a deeper, you've seen the deeper meaning, or another way of seeing it, basically, in there. So then we have the 8 of Wands and the Judgment card that's popped out in reverse. Okay. So the Judgment card, resurrection and resolution. So there's something about you, you know, finding, you know, not freeing yourself to be able to up to doing things, or doing something that's like action, you know, action and excitement comes in with the 8 of Wands. So then maybe you're not, you know, casting out what you really want to do, be, and have, and give in your life. So, and freeing yourself, because the Judgment card is about freedom, really. Not like you're resolving something, you've resolved something. It's, you know, it's like creating your own freedom. So that's where the angels come in, and they help you to see things in a different way, or to free yourself from whatever judgment that you've been putting out there about yourself, about other things, about life, about, you know, all sorts of things, really, whatever that is for you. But I feel like because I'm bringing like in how you can move forward or make changes in your life with certain things, you know, with work, with, your relationships with people, whatever that may be, you know, opening that broad, I'm just broadening that out. But it's like, and you may not be like you may be holding yourself off from taking action, and that. So the Eight of Wands, so they're bringing that together. It's like, you know, allow yourself to do that, to go there, and think big, dream big, you know, because they're showing you the bow with the arrows, you know, obviously that's a bow, you know, and the wands are the arrows. So it's like, you know, I'm hearing like casting out your energy, casting out your dreams, casting, you know, to what it is that you, where you're wanting to go, where you're desiring to go. Yeah, awesome. So I'm turning that around the right way, okay? Up those two, and because those are together, and there's a celebration with the Three of Cups coming up. So there may be something that's coming up with you, and it may be that you've actually taken, you know, you've taken more note of it, and maybe that's a celebration in itself. But there's something to do with there's three people there, and it's like, and it could be, you know, a really emotional thing, or, you know, it's making you feel like you've achieved something that you can celebrate. So whatever it is, and that might be the celebration on its own, is like, you know, putting these out there, and you may be starting to see already, you know, that when some of you may be downplaying what you've already achieved in your life, and not seeing that right now at the moment, because it might be a little bit of a stalemate stage that you're in. But it's actually, sometimes we need to take a little break so we can recalibrate our energy and recalibrate our thoughts and recalibrate our dreams, you know, and our aspirations and inspirations of where we're wanting to go or where we're desiring to go. Okay, cool, awesome. That's where I'm going to stop it, leave it there with the tarot, and move into the Sacred Earth Oracle deck, and then the angels would like to share something as well. Oh, oopsie daisy. So, revolution. So revolution. So there's something, revolution. Okay. Revolution is generally overthrowing something, you know, overthrowing or over-empowering something that doesn't fit. Okay, so I'm just wanting to, because it's like, yeah, is generally overthrowing something. And okay, so, or an instance of revolving. So something, that's where I more want to go with it. It's like something is revolving in the sense, and it's like rotating, turning around, okay, with the revolution. As in spinning, rotation, spinning, rotation, spin, rotation. So there's like a wheel, okay, and I'm drawn to like the oh, okay, interesting. A cycle, okay, is revolving around, but I'm also revolution, I'm seeing like overthrowing. So generally it's around overthrowing of a government or a social order in favor of a new system. So in a way there's that sort of energy as well. So like, because there's something that's new that's coming through, and you're like you're trying to figure out, you know, this new balance with this new energy, or this whatever is going on with the decisions and the choices that you're making with everything that's coming up for you. So there is something that you're overthrowing in a way, an old way of being for a new way of being or thinking, with the choices that you're making. And you know, oh wow, that's quite a powerful thing for you this month. So it's kind of like, I'm just seeing like, yeah, some beautiful, amazing, powerful energy that's coming through for you for this week. It's like with, you know, epiphanies, and I feel like you'll feel that shift, and then as you're letting go of things, and you know, and recognizing what needs to go this week, or move on, shove along, drift along, and it'll drift away, you'll see that coming for you. Okay, and there is one more card. Okay, I'm just wondering what I was going, it's not that card. I feel like by the end of the week, you'll start seeing, a lot of you will start seeing what they mean by the celebration, because it's like, it may be Sunday and you'll realize, or if a full-blown epiphany or realization, influence, see, there we go with the moon. That's really powerful, how influences the energy, how energy influences us. So there may be people around you on saying that, that maybe, you know, have a really good influence on you as far as information that they share with you. And if not, it may be that that's what you're needing to, you know, allow to like dissipate, release that which does not serve you. So, and that's it. So for your highest good. So the information from that is like that you get from there will serve you in a purpose, in the way, for the purpose of, you know, acknowledging that, yeah, okay, that doesn't serve you any purpose, because it gives you an idea about what those people are about, or, you know, what they're about. So, and you're figuring that out, or you figured it out. What does, you know, and then the moon cycles bring up different energy for you to experience yourself, and like with other energies, with people who have a not so good energy around you, and it kind of gets into your energy, where you're able to identify what is, you know, what is for your highest good and what is not, what is your stuff and what is not your stuff. Okay, so you can move. So, and then there's surface. You know, something is surfacing within you, and I feel like it's about the that for me, because I'm seeing a male energy and a female energy there. So there's a balance of the masculine and the feminine energy. For some of you, you will see that is surfacing up, where you can blend, what goes back to the Temperance card, with balance. For some of you, and some of you, you will see different information, feel different information coming through for you that will help you to, as you're maneuvering your way or navigating your way through this week and the rest of your life. Okay, they're just tools in your kite or in your basket. Okay, so here's a message from Archangel Michael. Oh, messages. Go within to discover love. So basically, you know, that's kind of where they're going with this one. And we do need to go with them to discover love, the energy of love. And they're talking about reading more books or literature that interests you or not. Because sometimes when they say or not, sometimes, you know, in order to build something or learn something new, we're not always interested in it. But it's really, I feel like you'll be, you know, flabbergasted with some of you about what, you know, what is, with what you're reading is actually quite valid. Even though it's something that you would probably not normally read, but it's the information in there, maybe the story that's unfolding in there, and it could be the information, something in there like triggers you and you learn something new, and it's like, well, actually I never thought about it that way, or actually I didn't realize how cool that would be, you know, or actually, you know, like it could be like you maybe hearing some of you maybe going into a medical book of some sort, and some of you might be doing reading an engineer book or something about engineering, or a person that you would not normally read about, or whatever. It's kind of like you learn something new, or a type of business, you know, program or something. It's like information is power, knowledge is power, basically. Anyway, but it's stimulating, whether it interests you or not, because it's about stimulating your brain or your mind, and equals trying something new. So and it could be like, you know, how you normally read just within contracts and stuff like that, you may read the main gist of it, but you're not reading the fine material, or you may be not understanding something about for argument's sake, consumer rights, or you know, or something in you know, about what the council is doing, you know, or what the government is doing. And there's something, for some reason, some of you is maybe taking it a little bit deeper, and it's like, so you kind of read about that, so it's about information that backs you up. Okay, so this can go in you know, whether it's for pleasure, you know, or leisure, or just for the sake of arming yourself with more knowledge, which arms yourself with more power. Okay, so when you go into doing something, and it could be just like researching, you may be researching, you know, information about a specific subject, and, you know, somebody may be saying, oh yeah, no, that's wrong, but actually it's flapping well right what you're saying, when you may not have. So this is about finding some information that's to back yourself as well, for some of you. So if you go into a situation and you know what the hell you're talking about, because you've read it and you know. Okay, so anyway, Archangel Raphael has come try something new. Okay, because that shifts your whole energy when you try something or do something new or do something different. Close your eyes and imagine. Imagine that. Cool. And then we have show up to yourself, because this is really showing up to yourself as, you know, with, arming yourself with information, basically. You know, and we will grow, and it's like you'll be surprised that actually, because sometimes when we don't, you know, we can get a bit complacent and not want to learn something, you know. So there's a shift in your relationships, or in a relationship in particular with some of you. So I'm not going to go too deep with that, because you'll know what that means if you, for you, okay. Faith, okay, and having faith in yourself and in the universe. When we have faith in ourselves, you know, and really connecting with ourselves, and, you know, we're coming from that highest consciousness of ourselves, or our inner self, our higher self, and having faith in that guidance. You know, the angels will come in and the universe comes in. It's like, and you're getting that inkling, and it's just, you know, wow, I think this is, you know, really my intuition, and I'm not reacting going in a knee-jerk reaction with following something like, you know, doing it on an impulse or whatever, with an emotional attachment or a feeling to it. It's kind of like, so it's not like jumping into something, but it's like there is something about having faith, okay, and in yourself, to what you know is true, and being honest with yourself in that sense. Cool. So there is one more card that's coming out. I can feel it. So I just want to, like, oh, there it is. Angels, heavenly and earthly. Okay, so the heavenly ones are here, and they're letting you know that they are around you, and there are some earthly angels around you as well, and I feel like you know who they are. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you, Virgo, for this week of the 11th of August 2020. So, yeah, so from me, my spiritual team, the angels, and your loving, amazing sign of Virgo that you're connected with, we leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. Bye for now. We'll see you next week.